You're on.
And it is 5:01. I'll wait till Howard is there.
Okay.
Welcome to the 5:01 Punta Gorda City Council special meeting for our budget. It is September 9th, 2020, and this is the budget hearing. And should we start with a Pledge of Allegiance?
Yeah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We do have a few people here with us live, and there even may be some people who are watching us live out there, so we'll say hello. And the first thing on the agenda is public comment. So I'll ask the city manager if you have any public comment to read into the record.
We have no emails to read into the record.
Okay. If there's anyone here that wishes to provide public comment on the budget, this is your opportunity to come to the podium, and you have 3 minutes. Okay. Not seeing a stampede to the podium, we will proceed then with our budget under item number 1A, the FY 2021 budget hearing presentation. I'll turn it over to our finance director.
Thank you, Kristen Simeone, Finance Director. And I'm going to start with just kind of going over everything that we're going to be discussing today in the various agenda items. But this way you have all the information up front, and then we can go back to the slides as needed during our discussion under each topic. So the first one is about our Avalorm tax revenue increase. So when we're proposing a rate that's the same as last year, that's considered a tax revenue increase if it's higher than the rollback rate. So we'll be going over that in just a minute. But we would propose this because it better matches our current revenues with our current expenditures. In this time, it will ensure our revenue sufficiency as other revenue projections have decreased due to the COVID pandemic. It continues funding the city's paving program and drainage improvement programs, again providing the same expected service levels that we are currently used to. There is a slight service level change, again that's mainly for information technology improvements and increased annual subscriptions. And it provides funding for our emergency vehicles and fleet equipment replacements, as we had talked about in the past, and also to improve the general fund operating reserve. We do provide you our proposed budget rate at 3.4337 mils, which would, the estimated revenue would be $11,467,550. This is the rollback, compared to the rollback rate, is 3.3469 at $11,177,665. We did provide a comparison at the various different levels of home value. So starting with a home value of $150,000, $300,000, and $600,000, and whether it's a homesteaded property or a non-homesteaded property. So anyone that is homesteaded, the maximum value increase was 2.3% as per Florida statutes. And again, for the non-homesteaded, we used an average, so we know the average increase citywide was 4.62. So any individual property that's not homesteaded, it would vary based on that property. So you can see the differences between what would have been the assessment or the tax revenue to those types of properties last year, and under the two different rates, what it would be this year, fiscal year 2021. Any questions on that? Okay. Then we have our total proposed fiscal year 2021 budget. This is all funds, and we provided the various percentages for the types of revenues, whether it's taxes, permits, intergovernmental revenue. So all those various, and of course our state requires us to include beginning and ending carryovers as part of our budget. So you see what we're starting with beginning carryovers. And then when you get into the expenditures, they're divided by personnel, operating, capital, debt, contingency, transfers, and again, your ending carryovers. And you see that decreases, that's because there is planned use of those reserves, specifically mainly in the utility construction fund. We have a very hefty CIP projects in that fund. So our total budget, all funds, is $133,483,830. For the lot mowing program, the proposed assessment is $175. This represents a $5 increase from the prior year. The Buckley's Pass assessment area for the second year would be $399.95 per water access unit for the parcels that did not prepay and chose the 3-year assessment. And as we talked about in the past, the third year would be the year we'll make the adjustment for a lower assessment rate. In the CRA, the proposed budget for fiscal year 2021 is $4,807,965. Again, these funds can only be used for the specific purposes of that district. And the 1989 base assessed value is a little over $80 million. The 2020 assessed value is $338 million approximately. And again, we only capture the difference between those two as far as what goes to the CRA. For the Punta Gorda Isle Canal Maintenance Fund, the proposed single-family residential assessment rate is $550. That's a decrease of $100 from last year. There are no Hurricane Irma assessment needed beyond fiscal year 2020. For BSI canal maintenance, the proposed single-family residential assessment rate is $460. And this again is a decrease of $95 from fiscal year 2020, as there was an early payoff of the perimeter canal dredging project of the debt service in fiscal year 2020. So that concludes the presentation, and then we'll move into each individual item.
Okay. So we will move to item B, a resolution adopting a tentative millage rate for the city of Punta Gorda, Florida for fiscal year 2020/2021 and setting a date, time, and place of public hearing to consider the final millage rate.
I guess I don't have to read the resolution, we just did.
Okay.
So the millage rate, again, the setting of a tentative millage rate of 3.4337, which is 2.59% over the rollback rate of 3.3469. And if you approve it tonight, we will then advertise it for a final public hearing on September 23rd at 5:01 p.m.
Do you want me to still read this, since Howard just discussed
Oh, yes,
it?
I would still read it too. I
Okay,
did read
so I'm going to read, the city of Punta Gorda's calculated rollback millage rate for fiscal year 2020/2021 is 3.3469 mils, while the proposed millage rate to be levied is 3.4337 mils, which is 2.59% higher than the rolled back millage rate. Is there any discussion? I'll entertain a motion for approval.
Move approval of the millage rate for at 3.4337 for fiscal year 2020/2021.
Second.
There's been a motion in 2 seconds.
Oh, I'm sorry, and I have to also say, and we will have our second public hearing on September 23rd at 5:01 p.m. in this room.
Yes, correct.
Sorry.
Thank you. There's been a motion in 2 seconds. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The motion carries. We will move to item 1C.
A resolution adopting a tentative budget for the city of Punta Gorda, Florida for fiscal year 2020/2021 and setting a date, time, and place of public hearing to consider the final budget. As you saw on the chart, the tentative budget is $133,483,830. And when you take out all of the inter-fund eliminations, that is the actual budget then for expenses is $104,535,317.
Is there any discussion? I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the tentative budget for fiscal year 2020, 2021, as stated by the city manager, Howard Koenig.
And setting the date, time.
And setting I keep forgetting to do that, sorry. And setting the final hearing for this on September 23rd at 5:01 p.m. in this room.
Thank you.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second to approve the tentative, I'm on the wrong one, to approve the tentative budget as the city manager stated, and setting our time and place for the second budget hearing on September 23rd at 5:01 p.m. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the motion carries unanimously.
A resolution of the City Council of the City of Punta Gorda, Florida, establishing fiscal year 2020/2021 assessments for lot mowing program services, providing a special benefit to the owners of lots assessed, providing for collection of such assessments by the tax collector as non-Avalorm assessments, and providing an effective date. The assessment is $175 per mowing unit, and by approving it today, we do not have a second public hearing.
Any discussion? I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution for the 2020-2021 lot mowing assessment at $175 per year per mowing unit.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second to approve the lot mowing program at $175 per lot mowing unit for 2020/2021. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries unanimously.
A resolution of the City Council of the City of Punta Gorda, Florida, establishing fiscal year 2020/2021 annual special assessment for the Buckley's Pass dredging assessment area, providing for collection of such assessments by the tax collector as non-ad valorem assessments, and providing an effective date. The second year of the three-year assessment is $399.95 for those parcels that did not prepay or pay in full. Again, by adopting this assessment resolution, it will take effect. You don't need a second public hearing.
Any discussion? I'll entertain a motion.
Does anybody want to make one? I don't have to make them all. I'll make a motion to approve the resolution for the Buckley's Pass dredging assessment area at $399.95 for fiscal year 2020-2021.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second to approve the Buckley's Pass assessment area at $399.95 per water access unit for 2020/2021. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, the motion carries unanimously. The city council meeting is adjourned, and we are reconvening as the CRA.
A resolution adopting a budget for the City of Punta Gorda, Florida Community Redevelopment Agency for fiscal year 2020/2021. And the amount is $4,807,965. And when you take out the interfund eliminations, the interfund transfers, it's $3,967,910. By adopting the budget, you do not have to have a second public hearing.
Is there any discussion? I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution for the adoption of the budget for the Punta Gorda CRA for fiscal year 2020-2021 as stated by City Manager Howard Koenig.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second to approve the Community Redevelopment Agency proposed budget for FY 2020/2021. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, motion carries unanimously. We are adjourned as the CRA, and we are convening as the Punta Gorda Isles Canal Maintenance Assessment District.
A resolution of the City Council of the City of Punta Gorda, Florida, as the governing body of the Punta Gorda Isles Canal Maintenance Assessment District, establishing fiscal year 2020/2021 assessments for canal maintenance and repairs, finding a special benefit to the owners of lots assessed, providing for collection of such assessments by the tax collector as non-Avalorm assessments, and providing an effective date. And the assessment is, as stated before, $550 on each subdivided lot zoned for single-family residence or zoned multifamily with single-family residences. You do not need a second public hearing on this either.
Any discussion? I will entertain a motion from any council member.
I feel like I'm always one to making the motions. I'll make a motion to approve the resolution for the Punta Gorda Isles Canal Maintenance District for fiscal year 2020-2021 at $550 per year, per unit.
There's been a motion and a second to approve the Punta Gorda Isles Canal Maintenance Assessment Fund at $550 per family unit. And all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the motion carries unanimously.
Oh, I left one thing out. That's okay, we don't need to redo the resolution.
Okay,
And it's $0.058 per square foot for other than single-family lots, excluding zoned for multifamily with single-family residences.
all right, thank you. We are adjourned as the PGI Canal Maintenance Assessment District, and we are convened as the Burnt Store Isles Canal Maintenance Assessment District.
A resolution of the City Council of the City of Punta Gorda, Florida, as a governing body of the Burnt Store Isles Canal Maintenance Assessment District, establishing fiscal year 2020/2021 assessments for canal maintenance and repairs, finding a special benefit to the owners of lots assessed, providing for collection of such assessments by the tax collector as non-Avalorm assessments, and providing an effective date. And the assessment is $460 per single-family lot or zoned multifamily with single-family residences, and $0.048 per square foot for other than single-family lots, except for lots zoned multifamily with single-family residences. You do not need a second public hearing.
Okay. Discussion. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution for the Burnt Store Isles Canal Maintenance Assessment District for fiscal year 2020/2021 at $460 per unit.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second to approve the Burnt Store Isles Canal Maintenance Fund as proposed at $460 per single-family residential unit, or as the city manager described. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, the motion carries unanimously. We are adjourned as the Burnt Store Isles Canal Maintenance Assessment District and are reconvened as the Punta Gorda City Council. Are there council member comments? Lynn?
Nothing?
Thank you for making all the motions.
Sorry, I don't mean to be that
She's got
person.
more experience than anybody.
I miss me when I'm gone.
Nothing?
Nothing. I might say, though, that
Nothing.
this goes very quickly tonight, but there's been many hours that we have all spent over this, the last, since January, actually.
Actually, it starts in November, December, when the finance director presents to city council the update of all the capital projects. So it's almost a year long.
Yes. So I was going to make a comment relative to that, since we have people in the audience who are maybe wondering why this goes so smoothly. And it's because we have been talking about this for months on end. And so this is not new news. We've known this. It's been out in the public. We've had public hearings on it. We've discussed it. I had many meetings. So, and I was explaining to a group of residents that while I hate to say the word that it's a foregone conclusion that we will approve everything, it's like, if we have discussed this so much that by the time we get to this, it's more of a formality than it is anything to meet the state regulations. So, anyway, I have no more comments, so.
Of course, Howard's last budget that he'll be involved.
Well, this is Howard's last budget process that he is involved in, but we have one more hearing on September the 23rd. Yes, so, you know.
Last hurrah. After that, you got 1 year to blame me for everything.
We know where you live. We know where you live.
Yeah, we know where you are, where you live, yeah.
But thanks for steering the ship this far. It's been a great ride.
Yes.
And same to Kristen. Thank you for all the work that you put into the budget. It's a lot of work.
Lots and lots of work by a lot of people.
Plug along on it too.
There we go. Yep. All right. Well, if that's the case, then
Citizens come.
meeting adjourned.